What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video. First of all, thank you guys so much. We just did hit 4,000 subscribers. Cannot thank you guys enough. You guys do not even know how much you truly do mean to me. Thank you guys so much. I cannot thank you guys enough. Of course, we are on the grind to 5K. Hopefully we can get there really soon. I know we will. But I'm recording this video a day ahead. I'm actually gonna be away today, so hopefully today isn't the day that they decide to just drop a whole bunch of news, because unfortunately I probably won't be able to get it out. So I'm kind of talking to you in a future tense, but I just want this to be a chill video to talk about some things, and that's really just going to be about the future of Diamond Dynasty, primarily in MLB The Show 18. Of course, some of it might come into next year as well, but mainly I want to try to stick with this year because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about and just have a chill experience. So think of this more of a podcast if you guys want to. Hopefully I don't ramble on too long, but it's interesting because of course, as you guys probably have noted, the market has been crashing quite a bit. A lot of live series diamonds have been going considerably down in price, and souvenirs of course as well. That's why a lot of you guys wanted me to come out with another how to make stub video. And a lot of people's theories that I've been hearing, and I kind of see some truth in this, it's because of Madden. Of course, if you guys don't know, Madden and MLB for some reason have a weird link together. I mean, it seems most of the Madden guys, or at least a lot of Madden guys that I follow on Twitter, whenever MLB comes out, that's always when they start playing MLB, and they're actually really interested into MLB The Show. But it's the exact same way. When Madden comes out, then a bunch of MLB guys go into Madden. So it's kind of weird how that works out. They're kind of like interlinked in a way. Of course, Madden is more popular than MLB, but that has to do with a lot of different other things. But they were saying basically, since a bunch of guys went over to Madden now, that's why the prices are dropping, that this game is one, there's less people on the servers, so, and two, people are kind of just selling off their teams. So basically, if a bunch of people were selling off their teams at once, it would just mean, like, for example, Aaron Judge, his price has been tanking recently, and I know he has been hurt, but look specifically from 8/11, that would be August 11th. I don't know exactly what day he got hurt, but it was definitely before that, even though peep the fact that he still has inside edge, which I don't know what the deal with that is. Somehow he's playing up even though he's not even playing. That's amazing to me. Maybe he is that damn good, but yeah, just noticed that, and that's right around like the original or the official launch of Madden. So I think that has a pretty good part to do with it, and it sucks to see. I really hate to see that happen because I mean, like, I really do enjoy this game still. And by the way, I should have a pack opening out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have another pack draft, something like that, some sort of gameplay thing that you guys can see. Hopefully before this weekend I should be able to have that, hopefully, if not Saturday. But I mean, it really has to do with the content. I mean, a lot of people still don't like the gameplay, and I get that. Like, the gameplay for me, if I had to rate it out of 10, honestly, I'd probably give it like a 6, maybe a 6.5. No, probably a 6, something like that. Like, it's not terrible. It definitely has improved a lot throughout the year, but I still think it leaves a lot to be desired. Whether it be pitching, hitting, fielding, there's a bunch of stuff that they have to work on, and I hope they do. I see people on Twitter, they're really hopeful for MLB 19, and I am as well, because I mean, it's getting to the point where you can't just have this keep happening. You have to, like, I get they're a smaller company, like, I absolutely get that, and I don't think a lot of people do sometimes. Like, I don't know if there's a way I can find out, but I'm actually really interested to see, like, how many people, specifically how many content guys, live content guys, work for SDS, because I can't imagine it's really that many. Of course, I know Tips works on content, but it really can't be many. They're a small dev team with a small budget, so that's why one, I mean, it's different in every case. You know, personally, if talking about like acquiring legends likenesses, personally, if I played baseball and I was a legend, let's say I was not quite a Hall of Fame player, but something along the lines of that, if I was offered money to have my likeness in a video game, I would jump at the chance, because one, I think that'd be cool, and two, you're getting paid for it. So I don't really know exactly how much it's costing them, or if the deal is they just don't want to be in it, but they just don't have that much of a budget, so it is hard to acquire legends likenesses, which sucks in a game like Diamond Dynasty, because really content is what really drives it, you know. If you look back at like MLB The Show 15, you had live series players and you had a legend for every team, so there was 30 legends. I'm not going to count because one, I'm not too good at counting, and two, it's going to take a long time, and this is just marketable players, but there's a lot more than 30 legends. Hell, they added 30 new legends into the game this year. So I applaud them for keep working on that. Like I said, it is hard, but they have to realize there's an issue with the content. I mean, of course, you guys already know I do think Immortals played a big part in people not enjoying it, and I kind of want to say I saw that happening. You know, if you look back at my first video talking about Immortals, like a week after they came out, I warned that this was going to happen, that content was going to be stale, new cards that come out people aren't going to be excited for, and the whole 9 yards like that. I said that was going to happen, and actually a lot of people pushed back, and that's actually one of my most disliked videos. And now it's coming to it is coming to fruition, where that's really the general consensus. Not for everybody. I'm sure some people still do like Immortals, and that's fine if you do. Like, I think personally, you know, I'm a Rays fan. The Rays have never, and at this rate, we'll never have a player worthy of an Immortal rating. I guess the closest is maybe Wade Boggs, who played for the Rays at the end of his career, but you know, I feel like if there was a Ray as an Immortal, I think it would be a little bit more exciting to me. Like, if you're a Mariners fan, if you're a Cardinals fan, if you're a Braves fan, I think it's a little bit more cool that way. But personally, as a Rays fan, I think you guys can get that. But I mean, like, let's just look at this Matt Holliday for an example. First of all, you have to play 39 inning games. Granted, there is quick count, so it kind of feels more like a 6-inning game, but nonetheless, you're basically, this is the middle of August. You have to win 36 inning games to get this Matt Holliday. Is this Matt Holliday terrible? No, it is not. It honestly looks decent. But does it pale in comparison to any Immortal? Let's look at the outfield Immortals. Babe Ruth, he has better defense, better speed, better bunting, and better hitting in every single category. Not gonna play over Babe Ruth. Ken Griffey Jr., worse everything. Stan Musial, worse everything. Pretty much, that's how it is. And no, not everybody has every Immortal, but even if you look at a career arc, which obviously are a lot more obtainable, even a guy, look at Larry Doby. You know, this Larry Doby, better defense, better speed. The only thing he has is less power versus lefties, and it's not the hugest deal. I think what he has backs that up, and he's a lefty bat. That Larry Doby's better, and I've had this card for months. He's pretty easy to obtain, and he costs less, and you don't have to play 36 inning games. Another outfielder is Billy Williams, who I got recently. He's still got better defense, the same speed, and better hitting, and he's still a lefty, which is better than Matt Holliday. I just don't get why these kind of cards are coming out in late August, man. That just doesn't make too much sense to me. And really, I kind of want to wrap this video up, or kind of with the one more driving point, and that's just overalls. I'm so happy they moved Mike Trout at the start of the game at launch. He was a 93 overall, which was the highest live series player that you could get. Of course, he moved it up to a 94. I like that they did that. I like that. Diamonds are 85 overall. Some people may not like that, but and honestly, at first when they announced it, I wasn't too happy about it. But if you look at this, everybody that's an 85 overall, I think you can agree is that elite tier of players. I mean, Javier Baez, he just got to Diamond. I would say he's an elite player. He's an MVP candidate. Even a guy like Andrelton Simmons, you may not say it, but that's just because you look at his you look at his batting too much. He might be the best infielder defensively in the MLB, or he definitely is top 5. Of course, defensive ratings and actual in MLB, it's not the same thing, but I think you cannot deny Andrelton Simmons is one of the best fielders in the league right now. He is an elite player. Everybody else on this list is an elite player. If you look at Madden, I do not like that an 80 overall is elite. There's teams that have 20 elites. There's no team that has 20 elite players. That's just ridiculous. I hope they never change on Diamond Dynasty a diamond to 80 overall, because that would be ridiculous. Of course the overalls would be scaled again, but let's just look at this for an example. If we made 80 overall diamonds, that would be basically saying like Trevor Story's a diamond. Or like Salvador Perez is a diamond. Like, come on. So I hope they never do that, but I hope they stick with progressive overalls. It's something I'm a big fan of, but move it back even a bit more. 85 to 91, in my opinion, on Diamond Dynasty should be the highest for live series diamonds. And I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this topic the most, because I think that's the best way to go. I really am a fan of them working towards overalls. If you look at a game like Madden or 2K, there's no, with the exception of Mutt Master, which I don't think you can even get for a couple more weeks, but that I think is a 95 overall, and that's going to be the only one of the game. Overalls progress over time, which makes content fresh. It is hard to make content fresh when you already have the best cards out in the game released. How do you keep content fresh? Because there's no cards better than that. And also, like for Immortals, you do have to pay for them, but there's definitely, like, the fact that for an example, Ken Griffey Jr. probably isn't that much more expensive than a 60,000 Matt Holliday. If you've been playing the entire year, if you you know, obtain like NAT hats and stuff like that and put them in over time, it's really not going to be more expensive, and it is 3,000 times the better card. So I hope they do that. You know, maybe make Mike Trout a 91 overall and everybody else is an 89 down. I would be a big fan of that, and progressively work towards overalls. That's how you keep content fresh. Like I said, I'm happy they started that this year. I just hope that they don't do away with that because they think people don't like that, because personally I do. Some people may not, but that's really the best way to go in my opinion, because if you have a 91 overall Mike Trout, he's still really good. And of course on regular rosters, it's the same thing. They did change that. They can keep it the same. So Mike Trout in regular rosters is a 99 overall. But if Mike Trout's a 91 here, you can still make more Mike Trouts. I hope they go for more like moment and real-time cards, real year cards. Like the player of the month. One thing that I never understand, how with the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby, and a lot of people watch the Home Run Derby, a lot of people are excited for it, and the best part about it is usually it's not Mike Trout that wins it. Granted, Bryce Harper won it this year, but usually it's not the best player or one of the best players in baseball. I don't get why. Let's say for an example, Scooter Gennett won the Home Run Derby. He's an 82 overall. How hard would it be for them, and how unrealistic would it be for them to make a 92 overall Scooter Gennett to celebrate he won the Home Run Derby? I wish they did stuff like that. That is cool. That is exciting. They already make inflated overalls for Player of the Month, and also for Immortals, it's also fixed overalls, because if you look at Immortals, they're not based on 1 year like every other like legend card is. So for Ken Griffey Jr., you're basically looking at, they put in his best speed ever, his best contacts ever, his best fielding, his best arm ever. Where if you look at a career arc card, Roberto Alomar, he's had better power years, but they're looking at just 1 year in specific. So I hope they add in more stuff like that. The Topps Finest program is another example of something they did last year. Big fan of that. Hope they continue stuff with that. And that is how you can keep content fresh, and that is how you can prevent games from dying out just less than half the game cycle in. That is how you do it. That's how Madden's done it. That's how FIFA's done it. That's how 2K's done it. That's how Hut, Fut, Lut, and Mutt, and Ut have done it all. But if you guys did enjoy the video, and if you guys have your own thoughts and opinions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. Like I said, videos should be regularly getting back to how it is. Pack opening should be tomorrow. Like I said, another pack draft or something along the lines of that should be coming out soon as well. Like I said, it is kind of hard to do because of course they all cost stubs for me to make, so I have to be able to make stubs to do those. So it is kind of a process, so I hope you guys can understand that. One, I put a lot of work editing into those, so I cannot put them out every single day. I hope you guys understand that. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys have a great day. And there it guys comes out. Yeet.